So what led us to foster to adopt was I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, or polycystic ovaries, back in 2009, something like that. So in my first marriage, we had to do Clomid, was a fertility drug. We were successful on that. So years later, a couple years later, we separated, of course, ex-husband. And when my current husband and I started dating, I let him know, like, hey, I have this condition, not sure if I will be able to have more children, this, that, and the third. So when we got married, we immediately just started trying natural, just tracking, doing just trying natural. We did start back on the Clomid. We weren't successful after 2 years. Then we moved to IUI, which is intrauterine insemination. We did 5 cycles of that. That also failed. And then we moved on to IVF. We were able to get 6 eggs and no, 5. No, 6. We got 6 eggs. Only 1 embryo made it to day 5. So we left that embryo in the freezer, and I couldn't do the transfer. Like, I was so scared to do the transfer. We looked into adoption. We couldn't afford private adoption. International adoption, we couldn't afford that. And then it was like, you can be matched with a kid, but then depending on the country, which the adoption international wasn't the issue. It was all the legal aspects of it from one country to the next. So it was just too much. So that ended up being the same as a domestic adoption. And then if you were matched with a baby, you wouldn't see that kid for another 2 years because it could just progress. So it was just so much. So I didn't even know about fostering to adopt until we saw our, like, a month or so later after we did our IVF cycle. A member at church was letting us know that, letting everybody know at the church that they were opening up their own foster care and adoption agency. So we went through them and we fostered 11 children within a year. 11 children within a year. And all of the babies that we had ended up going back with family members. And the one that we thought we were going to adopt, we didn't. And then that's when we moved on to older children and we received the twins.